Hello students, good evening. Myself Bhumika Bhanushali and today I am going to cover the topic cell. Today I will share with you the topic cell. Okay, so let's get started. By the end of my video, you will be clear with a few topics, that is what is cell, how it is defined, from where it came, and you will get to know about the different parts of plant cell as well as animal cell. You will be free to compare about plant cell and animal cell. You will get to know about the importance between the different parts of plant cells and animal cells. Okay, so let's get started. Okay, so cell, you can see over here in this picture the cell, the fundamental unit of life. Now, my first question to you all is, what is cell? Now, after hearing this, what comes to your mind? The cell, which is derived from the Latin word which is cella, which means a small room. Now cell derived from Latin word cella. Okay, we got. But what is cell? What is how it is defined? So cell is defined as a basic structural, functional, and biological unit of all the known organisms, that is plant cell, animal cell. All the known organisms are defined as basic structural, functional, and biological units. They are the smallest unit of life, and cells are referred as the building blocks of life. Now, what do you mean by building blocks of life? Why we say that? Because when we say that they are building blocks of life, because our body, that is animals or as well as plants, both, our body, our whole life is depend on a cell. It may be single or it may be multiples. So our whole body, our whole functions are dependent on the word cell, which is present in our body. First the cell was derived. There are millions of cells which togetherly come to form a tissues, and tissues, there are millions of tissues which come together to form organs. An organ perform various kinds of functions in our body to regulate our body processes. In every function, in every function, cell is the most important role. So it is referred as a building blocks of life. Now, organisms are defined as unicellular as well as multicellular. Now, what do you mean by unicellular? Unicellular are the organisms which consist only single cell throughout their whole life. Whole lifespan, an organism is referred as a single cell. So, their examples are bacteria. The whole body functions is performed by the single cell, so they are called as a unicellular. Whereas multicellular are the organisms which required more than one cells to perform the body functions, including plants and animals. So we are the examples of multicellular organism. Now, in plant cell as well as animal cells, the number of cells varies from species to species. Okay, so we had cleared our first topic, that is cell. Now, we are going to start with our difference between plant cell and animal cell. Here you can see the diagram of plant cell. Here is the diagram of animal cell, and here is the comparison between both plant cell as well as animal cell. Okay, so let's get started. So our first differentiation is shape, cell shape. Plant cell have a rectangular or square shape. You can see over here they are squarish in shape or rectangular in shape, whereas animal cell do not have any kind of a shape. They are round or irregular. You can see over here. Our second point is cell wall. Cell wall is present in plant cell. You can see here, whereas it is absent in animal cell. Now cell wall, function of cell wall is, it is present outside the cell. You can see it is present outside the cell, and its function is to support and protect the plant, and its function is support and protect the cell. Now our third point is plasma membrane or cell membrane. Plasma membrane or cell membrane are present in both plant cell as well as animal cell. They are semi-permeable membrane that surrounds the cell Their function is to allow certain substances inside the cell and others to get out of the cell. Here is cell membrane in plant cell, whereas in animal cell you can see over here is cell membrane. Okay. Fourth point is endoplasmic reticulum. Endoplasmic reticulum is present in both plant cell as well as animal cell. You can see over here endoplasmic reticulum in plant cell and in animal cell endoplasmic reticulum. There are two types of endoplasmic reticulum: smooth endoplasmic reticulum and rough endoplasmic reticulum. Endoplasmic reticulum is a continuous membrane sheet that forms series of sacs in the cytoplasm. Now, smooth endoplasmic reticulum plays an important role in synthesis of phospholipids and cholesterol, whereas rough endoplasmic reticulum used for synthesis of proteins and glycoproteins. Okay. Now you can see centrosome. Centrosome are absent in plant cell, whereas in present in animal cell. Here are centrosome. Small centrosomes are present in animal cell. Sorry, it is absent in plant cell, whereas it is present in animal cell. Now next is Golgi apparatus. Golgi apparatus is present in both plant cell as well as animal cell. You can see here Golgi apparatus, and in plant animal cell you can see over here. Cytoplasm is also present in both the plant cell and animal cell. Ribosomes are also present. Plastids in plant cell it is present, whereas in animal cell it is absent. Vacuoles in plant cell you can see over here there are few or large vacuoles present in any part of a body, whereas in animal cell vacuoles are small in number and very few in number. Cilia are present in animal cell, whereas it is absent in plant cell. Mitochondria are present but fewer in number in plant cell, whereas it is present and are numerous in number in animal cell. Mitochondria performs various function. You can see over here mitochondria. Okay, yes, mitochondria. Mitochondria is also called as a powerhouse of a cell because it provides energy to the cell. Mode of nutrition in plant cell they are primarily autotrophic, whereas animal cells are heterotrophic. Now what do you mean by autotrophic and heterotrophic? Autotrophic are the organism which makes their own food, whereas heterotrophic depends on others. So plants makes their own food with the help of a photosynthesis process, so they are autotrophic, whereas animal depends on the plant, so they are called as a heterotrophic. You can see the comparison in on a simple way by help of a diagram. Plant cell, cell wall. An animal cell it is absent. They have large vacuole, they don't have vacuole, or they have small vacuole. Chloroplast is present, no chloroplast. Flagella, both have flagella. Now you can see here this is both, means what, this are present in both plant cell as well as animal cell. Mitochondria, Golgi apparatus, endoplasmic reticulum, nucleus, cytoplasm, ribosome, these are present in both plant cell as well as animal cell. Okay. So what we conclude by seeing these slides, by understanding these slides, that both the plant cell and animal cell comprise membrane bound organelles. They both have membrane bound organelle like endoplasmic reticulum, mitochondria, nucleus, Golgi apparatus, peroxisome or lysosome. They have similar membranes. Similar membranes means both present in plant cell as well as animal cell, that is cytoskeletal elements and cytozoals. Plant cell can be larger than animal cells. Plant cell varies. They can be 10 to 30 micrometer, whereas animal cells can be 10 to 30 micrometer, whereas plant cell can be 10 to 100 micrometer. So you can see the difference between the range. Plant cells can be larger than animal cells because you can see over here there are 10 to 100 micrometers, whereas these are 10 to 30 micrometers. So they both varies in ranges. So we had completed our topic cell, and I hope you had cleared with the topic and these objectives are cleared in your minds. So if this was the today's topic, in my next topic I will share you with another topic. Okay, I hope you liked my video. Thank you.